Hi, I'm Brian Spencer from Qualcomm Innovation Center, and today I'm going to show you the Dragon board and how to assemble it and walk you through the different components that come on the board. So this is opened up out of the box as you would get it from B Square, and so now I'm going to disassemble the boxes and then show you how you put the board together. So this is the board by itself without the sensor kit, and this is the optional peripherals that you would purchase for an additional cost. The entire kit, as you see here, is $4.99. You can buy that from B Square. And I'm going to go ahead and open it up now. So what we have right here is the daughter card for the RF sensor. So you've got Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. We've got our sensor board with ambient light, pressure sensor, gyroscope, accelerometer. Now we've got our display. So I'm going to put that over here. And then we've got our camera parts here and another little connected piece. So I'm going to go ahead now and get this all assembled and put together. So now I'm going to attach the display right here for the LCD, and then I'm going to hook up the touchscreen. Now one important thing is there's a lever right here that you have to be very careful not to break, and so you'll want it in the up position so that you can insert and configure the touchscreen. One thing to be very careful here is once we insert it into the board, you're going to want to make sure that you use your 4 screws to make sure that the display is well seated to the board and connected, because we've noticed that these right here, you don't want to damage any of the parts. So I'm just going to set it on here, and I'm going to touch it down and push this in. There we go. So I've heard it click in. I'm going to set this part down. I'm going to come up here and slide in the connector, and then I'm going to move the black piece up here so that it's seated. And now we're locked in, and now the touchscreen will be connected. So I'm carefully going to hold the screen, flip over the board, and now I'm going to line up the holes here and screw in these screws. So now our display is connected, and one of the great things is we don't need the display or any of the peripherals. The board will power up as is currently without any additional changes. So now we're going to add the sensor board. So looking at it, we're just going to place it right in and just push it down so it's well seated, and then we're going to hand tighten up the screws that we took out. And so again, we're going to line up the board. We're going to look at the pins. Going to go ahead now and set that in. Push it down so it's nice and connected. And then again, just hand tighten this in. So the last thing to connect on here is the cameras. So now the important thing is to look, there's a notch here and there's a notch on the camera piece. So what we're going to do is make sure that we match that when we insert so that it connects properly. And we're just going to put that down so the connectors touch. Now this is our main front-facing camera, or our rear camera at 5 megapixel. And now we're going to take off the sticky tape here on the back so that it's well seated. And we're going to attach the front-facing camera right here onto the connector. Here we go. We've got our board fully assembled. So for $4.99 you can go to B Square and purchase this board.